Good morning, Nokomis, Inglewood, Northport, and my lovely fair city of Venice here. This is Francesco Abbruzzino bringing you the latest news for our South County of Sarasota area. So hold on to your seat belts, belt yourself in, hold on to your seats, and let's get started with this newscast. Okay, as always, I like to get started recognizing our sponsor, which is today VenicePrintCenter.com. VenicePrintCenter.com. They can be reached at 496-9009, and they are over in South Venice at 2021 Tamiami Trail. Give them a call for all your printing needs. Mention this ad, and they see what kind of discount you may get. They're over there at Arc Plaza, and they're ran by Lori and Randy, two local Venice people. Randy's a graduate of Venice High School, along with his parents. So VenicePrintCenter.com. Give them a call today. If you wish to get your company sponsored on here, just give me a call or email me at fabbruzzino@yahoo.com. First, we'll cover a little bit of county news. Doesn't really impact us, but I like to throw some county stuff in there. This is from my Taking a Bite Out of Crime in Sarasota page. Basically, the Sarasota police, they ran into an incident last night where an individual pulled out a gun on them. The two officers asked them repeatedly to put it away, and it led to a shooting, which led to the individual passing away. And so he's deceased. I don't think they've released his name yet. That was last night. And as if that wasn't enough, now they have a this is a question where I asked if right here if officers should wear cameras. It's only gotten a couple responses. Basically, they're saying that wherever officers wear a camera to interact with civilians, the public complaints against officers dropped by 88%. This is a story I was going to cover over on 17th Street and East Avenue. I used to run a Pizza Hut over there on 17th Street. They're dealing with a SWAT situation right now. The roads are all blocked off, and no news yet from the Sarasota Police Department on that one situation. So I'll post stuff on the Taking a Bite Out of Crime page as I come across it. This is how our county is being impacted by northern visitors. If you haven't noticed, the snowbirds are here and they're in full force, and it's earlier than last year. Last year, it seemed like it was late in January, but it started early December this time, and that's due to the cold weather up there. I was watching the Green Bay 49ers game, and I believe the temperature was 4. With the wind chill that was in the negatives. Even though we're going to get cold, we've already reached our high for the day, and we're looking at some cold weather to us. That's still warm to the people up north. And then if you look at the long-term forecast, we're going to be in the 80s this weekend, mid-80s and sunny. And that's more than enough reason for a lot of people to say, hey, I've had it with the cold weather, let me get down south to Florida. So this article basically just covered how there's more and more people are coming here for that great weather, especially earlier this year. This one is from ACE reporter Shelby Webb, and she covers basically the homelessness is among the most visible signs of poverty. There's 60,000 adults, 14,500 children in Sarasota County affected by hunger and food insecurity, those are numbers I've never known about. Shelby wrote a great article here, and it just covers how All Face Food Bank unveiled the Sprout Mobile Farm Market alongside members of Venice Yacht Club and the Gulf Coast Community Foundation, and they're trying to get out some better fresh food out there into the market for the homeless individuals or the people that are not homeless but just having a tough time making ends meet, and they rely on programs such as All Food Banks or Salvation Army or some of these different organizations that help to try to feed the poor. Normally I'll put this on at the end just to say there's an event, and I think I covered it later in this newscast, but there's a joint city council meeting with between Northport and Venice. They're going to discuss stuff such as tax revenues and potential law enforcement with the South County jail annex closing down on last Thursday. It generally is live at the link I put on there. You just go on there, you look for today's date, and once it's in progress, it'll say in progress. You click on it, and you can either listen or watch it. I tend to listen to it. I'm a geek, and just see if there's any information that comes out of it that I can disseminate out to you guys. And this is just, again, this is I normally do on the weather, but just a heads up. The front is coming through. It's going to get rid of this fog, and I'll cover more on my weather. But we're looking at some pretty chilly weather tonight. There's calling for freeze warnings, not really in our area, but it will be chilly, and they're expecting it to be even colder tomorrow night. So I put up this little thing by the Sarasota County Emergency Management. This is a roadblock, and what people were asking, what's up with LB Farm Road? It's closed down. If you can see over here, that's Johnson Chiropractic, Johnson Road. Basically, what happened is an elderly man had a heart attack, and he ended up passing away, and he smashed into a pole. It's unfortunate, unfortunately with this area, the demographics, you see stuff like this happen from time to time. It's sad, but that's basically what the LB Farm Road accident was all about. And I just thought I'd put it up there because some people were asking questions, and that's a picture somebody submitted to the cast. Here's another picture. This is out by, I think by it's on Shamrock in front of the animal hospital. I don't remember which animal hospital that is, but it was a car on fire. A lot of this is news that you just don't see. This came from Megan Nelbert, who's submitted some stuff to us before. Oh, there it is, Jack Rana Animal Hospital. This is the type of news that when I started this concept, I wanted to bring to people. It's news that you just don't always see covered by SNN or WWSB because they have the bigger picture. They're covering all the county, plus they throw national stuff on there, so you're lucky to get one story down in our area. So love stories like this. Whenever fans send them to me, continue to send them. Because that's what this, I think, generally what the demographics for my pages are looking for. Let's see, this next story is on Lamarck Elementary. But before I do that, I wanted to remind everybody, it's pretty foggy out there. I see it's lifting a lot compared to earlier today. The kids are back in school, so make sure you're driving safe. You got congested roads, kids back in school, people going back to work, the fog out there. So just drive carefully. This is on Lamarck Elementary. Tomorrow the school board is meeting, and they're trying to drum up people to get out there and to discuss the issue of the contaminated, what many view as contaminated drywall. The school board is saying, well, Mr. Hummer misread the information. However, I've seen the information. It seems pretty accurate to me. It seems as though they did fail 2 out of the 3 tests. It's a report that for some reason the school board did not mention until recently. It was out in a news article. Again, I think they have an attorney in there handling it now for the school's interest. Staff has said repeatedly they've left. They come back there and they suddenly get sick, the irritated eyes, the stuffy nose, and all that stuff. And the same with kids. So that meeting is tomorrow on the Northport page, and I think I even put it on the Venice Scoop, yeah. And this one's out of the Northport Sun. They wrote an article about it. More parents expected at school board meeting. Again, I wish they would have this meeting in Northport, and I wish they would have it after hours. They've had one up at the landings in Sarasota, which for most parents it's hard to make it up there. And I think that one was like at 3 o'clock or something like that. Then they had one where they phoned in. Well, a lot of parents didn't get the message. They couldn't phone in, blah, blah, blah. And it was something that the school board did to control the conversation. I suspect that if they were to go out to, let's say, Northport High School that can hold everybody in an auditorium, or even this school, and handle questions as they're thrown at them, they wouldn't be able to. And it would create too much publicity, and it would look pretty negative on the school board. So they're doing everything they can to control it, and which I think is unfortunate. I think these people need to get down to Northport. I think they need to do it. The parents are available, and I think they need to take action now. Their inactivity is what's caused a lot of the problems and brought on the potential class action lawsuit that many of the residents down there are looking at. And this is just Charles Hummer coming out about Scott Ferguson, who's over at the school board, and mentioning different issues there. I think it also has dual purpose there. Let me see. Yeah, this is businesses coming to Northport. Northport is soaring. It's an article that somebody found on the Northport it's Delta Sky Fly magazine. It says how it's the best place to live according to CNN. State-of-the-art healthcare, just all around Southwest newest university town, top-rated public schools, more national retailers, and it just goes on and on and on about Northport. From what I can see, it's interesting there, but it's just basically Northport out there promoting their city, trying to get more people into their city, which brings them more revenue dollars and will make everybody else a lot more happy. Let's see. This guy, the assistant principal in Northport High School, he's resigning. He's retiring. I'm sorry, not resigning. He's retiring. As we all know, Northport, I believe, has a new principal out there after the one individual got in trouble with the hypnosis, and so now they're going to be looking for an assistant vice principal out there. And Ann Klockneck-Kemper did a good little story on Bill and his retirement. Okay, we just covered that story, didn't we? Food bank, we covered that too by ace reporter Shelby Webb. Sorry, some duplication there. This is on Walmart. I put out a thread about an individual saying they were in Walmart and they smelled smoke, their eyes were burning, and Walmart was still checking them out, and they said there was a fire. Lo and behold, Northport Sun reported on it, and it was basically the odor of something burning caused a brief evacuation of the Walmart. And it was basically a burning smell that came from turning the heat on the first time. And some people thought it was a fire and saw smoke and stuff like that. So that's what's happening with that thread or story. This one is something I posted, and it's something that will probably be discussed at the meeting today. Northport has budgeted $200,000 for a project. They're ready to go. And what it is, they need the county's buy-in and stuff, and it's more along the lines of building a bike-friendly city, sort of like Venice. I think it's fine to have a bike-friendly city. I don't know if we need to be dumping as many tax dollars into it as we seem to be. The Mayor Hawk is set on becoming a gold standard bike-friendly community, and he's really into all these ideas and concepts behind the growth. Bring more bikers here, Rev 3, that event, which is great to bring revenue, but with it they bring congestion and some headaches. You also have him wanting to build out Seaboard, which would be a nightmare. He wanted the garage, so he's really pushing the growth aspects of Venice, where some of us are like, hey, we like our peaceful little town that we have. It's grown enough, and we're at capacity. So it depends on where you stand. I don't know where Northport stands on the $200,000 for a bike push-out, but we'll see. There's my lovely dogs. Okay, that's it for the weather. News. Now over to the weather. Like I said, we reached our high earlier today. They said by 4 o'clock it's going to be windy and in the low 50s. Tomorrow the high is only going to be 53, a low of 31. So we're in for some chilly weather. Now this one says 78 and 78 on Saturday and Sunday. His other forecast on the TV had it in the 80s. It's weird how they have something here, nothing there. It says the seas are northwest, or winds northwest 15 to 25. I think that's after the front moves through, because it's definitely not there now as I look outside. Seas 4 to 6 feet. That's a little off too, because as you guys know, I surf, and I was checking the swell. It's only 2 feet out of the southeast all night. It just switched out of the southwest. There's definitely a swell there. We'll definitely have some waves this afternoon. It may be a victory at sea situation with all the wind, but we'll see. But tomorrow's the day for surf. And that's your weather for today. Now, over to sports, we have Venice. It was a rough day for 3 area teams in day 2 of the inaugural Battle of the Beach Boys Basketball Showcase. Basically, let's see. For poor shot, it looks like Lemon Bay had a long afternoon, and they ended up losing in Saturday afternoon at Venice High. I should have probably read this. I think I read it this weekend, but I basically forgot the story. Okay, there it is. Lemon Bay lost 81 to 54, and I'm pretty sure Venice High won. I just don't see it on here, so sorry for that. Yeah, because I remember posting a story about Marino coming in and basically carrying the game for him. Let's see. This is a story here out of Lemon Bay about 3-on-3 11 Bay Girls seniors, Sarah Lutz, Brooke Bradford, and Haley Smith. They've been playing basketball since the 3rd grade, and the Sun Herald went ahead and put out an article on these young ladies of Lemon Bay. In terms of events, you have, like I said, the Northport and the Venice City Hall meeting at 9. You can either go there or you can watch online. They have the Make and Take Craft for Kids in Northport, and that's 7 to 12. It's being held from 6 to 7, and that's going to happen this Wednesday. For more information, call 941-429-3555. This other event is Living with Parkinson's. This is in Northport. It's a free caregiver program. It'll be held from 10 to 11 on the 13th at the Northport Library. For more information, call 941-861-1307. Okay, that is your news for today. Remember to stop by VenicePrinceCenter.com and say hi to Lori and Randy and tell them that you saw them here on Facebook. It's sponsorships like that enable me to do this newscast. Buy software for it. Buy the software for that show, the talk show concept that I'm going to be going with, and some other ideas. So that's basically it. Drive safe, stay warm. It's going to get cold tonight, as I stated. For Francesco Abbruzzino and the Venice Scoop, ciao tutti.